So I think, again, it's a privilege to be a part of this and making this commitment from our side to provide the hepatitis C treatment, sofosbuvir, daclofenacin, the product at an affordable price of $60 for treatment, and tenofovir for hepatitis B at $2.4 per pack of 30s, which translates to about less than $29 per patient per year.
Thank you. Pleasure to be part of this important conference again. I think this was something which was missing in hepatitis market for quite a long time. And I, on behalf of my organization, Hetero Labs, I'm glad to pledge our commitment to make the treatment, WHO pre-qualified sofosbuvir daclofenacin treatment at ex-works price of $60 per treatment, and as well Hep B treatment, tenofovir 300 mg US FDA approved product at ex-works price of $2.40. Thank you.
Hello again. I have 3 commitments to share on behalf of Cepheid. Firstly, Cepheid will continue to provide, via their Global Access Program, access to concessional pricing for both HPV and HBV molecular tests, as well as the gene expert systems. 2, importantly, we will extend the all-inclusive offer, which was originally developed in HIV to hepatitis. So as colleagues previously shared, the all-inclusive offer is a reagent rental system where you get the instrument plus service and KPIs and the test at a defined, transparent price. And thirdly, I think really importantly for some of the low middle income countries that are really high burden for hepatitis, is that we will, via our PPP, our public-private partnerships, extend the global access concessional pricing to the private sector laboratory networks, which we know from other disease areas are really key in delivering true elimination. Thank you.
Thank you. Hologic has 3 commitments today. Again, I don't need to describe what all-inclusive pricing is. We do stay committed to providing transparent all-inclusive pricing to eligible countries, which I think is many in number. I mentioned when we spoke earlier about the $12 ceiling price. I do want to mention that specific negotiations and specific countries can negotiate different prices, and in many cases it is much lower than that. Right now this is HIV-1 plasma, DBS, and early infant diagnosis, hepatitis C, hepatitis B, human papillomavirus and its genotyping together, and SARS-CoV-2. We will continue to report and communicate key performance indicators to ensure timely supply, and maintenance and support of our instruments. And finally, we are committed to pursuing WHO pre-qualification for our hepatitis products.
I want to thank all of the companies for those commitments, and maybe I can spend just a minute or two highlighting the impact of what we just heard here. For hepatitis B, we now have broadly available to countries an opportunity to diagnose, treat, and cure hepatitis C for $80 or less. For hepatitis B, we now have the opportunity to treat somebody for a year for less than $29 per year. At the beginning of the session this morning, I think there was a reference to a WHO study which estimated a need of around $6 billion per year in response to hepatitis, both B and C. We did some very rough calculating based on the cost of diagnosis and treatment and the percentage that lent to that $6 billion. And we estimate that roughly $2 billion of that is averted just with access to these lower prices if we're able to action them from here on out. So to the potential donors out there who are considering their support for the Hepatitis Fund, I want to highlight that we are working our tails off to deliver the most value for money and the most treatments for money possible, and that those dollars that you're able to contribute will go a long way. And lastly, I just want to note that we've heard this repeated lesson throughout the day where countries have just started. Maybe the program isn't quite sure where the resources are going to come to go the next step, but they start, and program after program finds a way to move forward. Here we have a case where Rwanda, who originally accessed the $60 per cure treatment for sabotavir declatosphere, even if it's a relatively small country, has led the way, and now we have that pricing accessible broadly across low middle income countries. So I want to thank you all for your time and attention. We're really excited about the results we were able to talk about today.